or are you going to allow the way you play to dictate how I play? You know what I haven't seen any NBA team ever do to Luka Doncic? Force him to play the way they want to play. And I think that's why when you look at Jason Kidd, he has the ability to make those adjustments because he has a 6'8" point guard that is not going to let Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green determine that the game is going to be up and down the floor every single possession. I think that's difficult to play against in a 7-game series, even though I believe the Warriors are going to win the game because it's going to come down to shooting. And you would bet on they shooting more than you would bet on the Dallas Mavs, even though the Mavs can fill it up as well.
A couple of points that I want to make before this segment ends. Number one, it's pretty difficult to dictate pace if you're missing shots. And we're thinking about Luka, and we're thinking about the pace of play that he plays at, and we're also mentioning his supporting cast. What we're not mentioning enough of is Golden State's ability to defend and force you to miss shots, which enables them to push the ball up the court and dictate pace that way. That's number one. And number two, as an aside, Marcus Spears, Swagoo, would you take a moment to issue a little warning to Mr. JJ Redick? He sat up there and talked about the question at the bottom of the screen and all of this other stuff. Swagoo, will you caution this brother how often I watch what y'all say? You know what I'm saying? See, JJ's on all of these shows. JJ's on all of these shows. JJ also does his podcast. JJ doesn't realize that if you want to get literal and you want to be specific, you are at a point in time in your burgeoning career, JJ Redick, where you are going to talk and I will get to pick and choose what I want that you say. Do you really want to start that with me? I mean, Marcus Spears, can you warn this brother? I mean, JJ, you might be talking to your assistant, and I might quote you. Be careful, my brother.
JJ.
Be careful. You might go to Mr. Dibs next door to get a burger, say, JJ.
You can still get him.
Better watch it.
You can still get him, but he ain't going to forget what you say. You can still get him,
JJ,
but he will not forget what you say.
You want to walk down that path, JJ? You go right ahead.
What he doesn't,
you do
that. Is he's got an equal adversary in that regard. Because I hear everything Stephen A. says. I watch everything Stephen A. says.
Fair enough.
I've got my mental catalog too, Marcus. I've got my mental catalog too.
He don't know, Marcus. He don't know. I would remind
you know what this
28 years doing this, you go ahead and think you could quote
JJ,
like I do. You knock
JJ,
yourself
you
out.
know what this is?
Knock yourself out.
You know what this is, JJ? You remember last week I told you about the type of energy he had when he was nervous about the Warriors? You remember? So now they got the Dallas Mavericks. We all believe they're going to win the series, and you feel this type of energy coming off of him right now. Yeah. Don't let this thing be 2-2 or 2-1 JJ for the Mavs. Because it's going to be completely different. He's going to start setting up for the end.
Oh, so you too.
Well,
big man balling. You too. You want some too? You want some too, big man balling? Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.